Welcome, guys, to the Music Empire, and it's good to see you again. We bless God that we are all alive and kicking, and we have met today to take a look at a new lesson titled "What a Beautiful Name It Is" by Hillsong. And indeed, the name of Jesus is really beautiful. I mean, his name doesn't have to be a sculpture or a painting for you to go and look at it physically before you can declare, or before you declare that the name itself is beautiful. You see, when the Bible says, "Taste and see that the Lord is good," it doesn't mean you have to go to heaven, go and grab Jesus there, bring him down, slaughter him, cook him up, and then eat before you can actually say, "Oh, I tasted the Lord and truly he was good." No. But if you truly taste the Lord, you see that he is good. And so is his name. His name is beautiful. And this is why you can't approach the Bible like how you approach your biology book or your chemistry book or your math book, and you try to understand it with concepts and principles and philosophies. No. The sole explainer of the Bible, or the sole interpreter of the Bible, the revealer of deep secrets, is our Holy Spirit. And this is why when Jesus was preaching and he said, "If you drink of my blood and you eat my flesh, you will never die," people didn't understand and they began to walk away. Because literally, how can you eat his flesh and then drink it? Sorry, but how can you eat God's flesh and then drink his blood? Like are you a vampire or what? You see, we don't have to approach God's word with our carnal way of understanding things. That is why a whole lot of people nowadays are saying the Bible is a scam and the Bible is fake and blah blah blah. But it is not. I have tasted the Lord and I've seen that he is good, and I also know that the name of Jesus is beautiful. Okay, and this is why in this particular lesson you can't approach this particular lesson with a beginner mindset. You won't understand anything, and then you may walk away from the lesson like how the people did during Jesus' time. Okay, so what will happen is this: tomorrow, God willing, the beginner version of this, like a mixture of the beginners and intermediate version of this lesson, will come out. Yes, so that everybody can be satisfied. But this lesson is solely for advanced players. Okay, so if you know you are not an advanced player, you can still watch. Just watch and have fun whilst watching. Yeah, so let's get started. So we'll first start in the key of D. Okay, we'll start in the key of D, and we know the song starts off on the 6 to the 7 to the 1, then 4 3 2 1 5. Okay, and then it will repeat itself. Take a look at some of the things I did here. I didn't really do anything special. I just played the 6, and then to the 7, to the 1. Okay, so this is how I play the 7. Okay, now this is a quarter. Okay, so on my left hand I have the C sharp, which is the 7 itself, and then after playing the C sharp, I came to play the F note, okay? Like this, okay? Yeah. And on my right, I have the B, E, A, or the 6 2 5, okay? Yeah, so. And I did a grace note from D to E. Okay, so we play our 6, which is just the second version of the 6. There's nothing special here. To the 7. So play our 6 to the 7. And my 1 is just the second version of the 1. Okay? And then I did this. So let's take a look at this. Let's break down this small movement. Okay, so
a look at my right hand very well, you realize that you will see that my pinky finger is actually playing the D note or the 1 constantly, whilst the rest of the fingers are performing the movement. Okay, so that's the first thing I want you to take note of. Okay, so the first thing I did was to play the B and G together, okay, whilst my pinky finger still maintains the D notes, okay. So and then I came to play a G on my left and an E on my right, okay, then to an A on my left and an F sharp on my right, okay. So it's like this. So the first note is what? B and then G to a G and then E, then to an A and then F sharp, okay. So but then I just didn't play this G like that, but rather I rolled from F sharp to the G, so like this, okay. This is a very nice movement that you can always play on the 1. Okay, it's a very nice movement you can always play on the 1. So yeah, I think this one works better. Okay, so before you play the 7, you can actually play, or you can actually do a chromatic walk from the E flat to the F. So then you come and play your actual 7 to the 1. Then it's a very nice movement on the 1, okay. And from there, I just play the rest of the progression in its melodical form. I didn't really do anything special, so okay. This is a D chord over an F sharp. So to the 4, 3, to the 2. So instead of playing an octave with my left, I played the 2 and the 4, and then on my right hand I have the B or the 6 and the 1 and the 4. Okay, so yeah, and I did the same thing on the 1. So with my left I played the 1 and the 3, and then with my right I played the 5, 1, 3. Okay, so the same thing on the 7. So with my left, you can see that I'm playing the C sharp and the E, or the 7 and the 2. And then with my right hand, I'm playing an A major root chord. Okay. Yeah. So then I did a 7, 3, 6, a 7 and a 3 movement to the 6, because you know that the verse will repeat itself. And we will definitely go back to the 6. So one of the best ways that you can approach your 6 is to play a 7 and a 3 to the 6. So this is what I played on the 7 to the 6. So on the 7, but have you noticed this time I didn't do this? This time I played these 2 notes together, and you can see the distance between the 2 notes. So on my left I have the C sharp and the E. I played it together, and on my right hand I have the A flat minor 7. Okay, so which is A flat. Okay, so which is the A flat, B, E flat, F sharp. Okay, and to my 3, which is the F sharp and the E on my left hand. And on my right hand, I have the B flat, D, E, A. Okay, so, or you could say I have the 3 and the 2 on my hand, and I have the flat 6, 1, 2, 5 on my right hand, okay, to the 6. So the 6 is very, very simple to play. I just play a 1, which is the second inversion of the 1, and then I come to the 5, the root chord of the 5. Okay, so second inversion of the 1, root chord of the 5, all over the 6. So okay, then it repeats itself. So then we come to the what a beautiful name it is. We come to the title of the song itself. Okay, so here was where I started actually trying. I was playing as if I was going off, but I was not going off. And then in a gradual process, I ended up in the key of C. Okay, so let's look at what a beautiful name. Okay, so it's E minor 7 flat 5. On my left hand, I played the E, G, yeah, E and G only. And then in my right hand, I played the B flat, D, G. Okay, well, I don't know how you do it. Okay, so yeah, and then on the now this is supposed to be a flat 2 chord. Normally we play a 5 to the 1, right? But I made it. Normally I would have played this E flat 7 flat 5 over the G. No, sorry, over the A, which is actually your 5 in the key of D, or your So chord. So this is actually a So chord. Instead of going to the 1, I went to the flat 2, and this is what I did on the flat 2. So on my left, I have the flat 2 itself and the 3. Okay, and on my right, I have the B, or the 6, 7, and the F sharp, or the 3. Okay, so I did this. See, so there was a gradient from the B to the C sharp, or B to the D flat. Okay, then I stopped using the normal progression you would have heard in the original song. I stopped. So from here, then I came to the flat 6, to the flat 5. Okay, so to the flat 6. Now the flat 6, this is what I have. I have the B flat and the D on my left hand, and I have the A flat, C sharp, F sharp on my right hand. Okay, yeah. Now when it comes to chords of this nature, you can actually do a lot of chromatic works with your left hand. So that was what I was doing in the cover. So I could have done, okay, or so actually this is what I did. So I did the chromatic work from the F to the D. Okay, so it would be like to my flat 5. Okay, and you can see on my and you can see that I have on my left I just have the flat 5 itself, but on my right I have the F sharp, B, and E. Okay, so good. Then I did another 7, 3, 6 again. So this is one of the most common 7, 3, 6 you can ever see or you ever meet. It's just a 7 and a 2 on my left hand, and I have what the 6, 2, 4 on my right hand. did a very nice melody, okay, inside the chords. I can't recall where I heard this melody from. It's something I heard from somewhere. I just can't recall it. But then, since we are all advanced players, I believe you might have heard this movement before. Like, yeah, this movement. I just can't recall where I heard from. So this is a 7. So you play the 7, and then come and play your 3, the notes, just the notes. Okay, so then you come to the actual 3 chord itself. So on my left I have the F sharp and then the E, and on my right I have the G and C. And this chord is very easy to play. It sounds very nice, but very easy to play. Okay. So from the C, you quickly jump to C sharp, but then you still maintain your G, okay? So then, and I like this movement a lot. So on my right I have, you see, I just have the 6 on my left, that's all, the 6 notes. But on my right I have the is it 7 and 2, or C sharp and E. So 2, 6 and 1, okay? But then you heard me do a grace note from the B to the C sharp, okay? So in all it should be like, so let's put everything together from the beginning. I came to the 5, okay, and on my 5 I just have the 5, and then this do you remember these 2 notes? These were the 2 notes we used for the was it a 3? Yeah. I'm using these same 2 notes, the G and the C, for the 5, okay. So yeah, the 1 was just a regular 1, but I did a 2 to the 4, and then I came to play the 3. So these are just notes. Oh. So you make it the grace notes from the E to the F sharp. So yeah, and then this place where we have reached is where that interesting turnaround happened. Okay, yeah. So this is how I played my 4. Now my MIDI clause says a G7 source 2. Okay, yeah, it's a G7 source 2 chord. Okay, so let's take a look at the chord itself. You have so it's actually on the 4. So I have my 4, and then my flat 3, okay, on the F, making this a G7 chord. Okay, so let's take a look at the right hand. I have, so on my right hand I have the A, D, then F. Okay, so this is what I played on the 4. So sorry. atmosphere is already changing. It's like I'm gradually taking you to another world. Okay, so from here, then, so this is just, I don't know how you call it, whether a lick or some small movement I did with my right hand, which is, so the first one was F and A to the E and G to D and F, okay? And then this is what I did. Now, you know that this is a 4. The G is a 4 in the key of D. But if you go to the key of C, this becomes a 5, right? It becomes a 5. Okay, so at this point, instead of taking the G note to be my 4, I took the G note to be my 5, rather. So at this point, I began to think in the key of C. Okay. At this point, I began to think in the key of C. Sometimes it's really complicated how we do these stuffs. So, so the moment I began to think in the key of C, I just noticed that I have to now change this chord and then replace it with a 5, a chord that I would have normally played in the key of C. Okay, so these are one of the chords I like playing in the key of C as my 5. So I decided to substitute this with this. Okay, but you can see that the note is still being maintained. So at this point, if you're not careful, you may think I'm still playing a 4 in the key of D, right? Because if we study the song carefully, we should still be on the 4. But actually, I've changed the chord and I've changed my thinking. So right now, I am thinking in the key of C. So, so let's take a look at the chord. Okay, so on my left hand, I have the G itself, D, and the F. This is the same chord I played when I was in the key of D. So the left hasn't changed. It was the right hand that actually came to change the game. Okay, so this is what I have on my right hand right now. I have the A flat, B, C sharp, E, and G. This chord is using up all my 5 fingers. Okay, so I did this nice movement to approach my 5. So now we are no longer in the key of D, we are in the key of C. Now you know that we have reached the nothing compares to you or nothing compares to D part. So since we are in the key of C and not D, I don't have to play. I have to play my melody in the key of C. So yeah, so that was how come I changed that atmosphere. So by the time I hit the 7th, if you are not very careful or if you don't pay close attention, you may think I'm still in the key of D, but then I have moved to the key of C. And this is a perfect 7 chord I normally use in the key of C. Okay? Yeah, this is a source chord. You have a D source 4, a G source 2 mixed together over the 7. Okay? So this is a chorus. So from here, I went to this side of the song.
recorded, the progression is pretty much the same. It's on the 4 to the 5, then to the 6, then to the 3, like that throughout. 4. So when the singer will end, 6. Seriously, I haven't counted the number of times it will take for the singer to finish and then go back to the chorus, which is what the wonderful name it is. I haven't counted, but let's take a look at some few chords we can play at that section. Okay, so on the 4, because I wanted to flow with the melody, or I wanted to go directly with the melody, I decided to stick to a 4 that has. You see, the melody is on the 5. See, so I decided to stick to a chord that has the 5 as the melody, which is probably this, an A minor 7th chord over my 4, which is the F. Okay, yeah. Now you see, it becomes an F major 9th chord. So, and then sometimes I like substituting the 5 with the 7. Atmosphere a little, so then we come to the then we came to the 3. Yeah, so you realize that at that point there was a bass guitarist there. So if there's a bass guitarist, I stopped doing these things. I stopped playing the bass, and then I come and play chords with my chords with my left hand, and then the right hand becomes an extra support. So what the right hand will be doing is to play maybe extra licks or an extra chord or something different, but the left is always playing chords. Okay, so on the 3, for instance, I can play an E minor 7 with my left. Now this guy is free, the right hand is free, so I can expand on the E minor 7 itself, okay, and then look at the MIDI clause. The chord has many notes, yeah, but it's the same chord, okay. This is an F major 9th chord. See how many notes? 8 notes making up this chord, okay. Yeah, there's nothing overwhelming about playing a chord with so many notes. You can just pick one chord and then voice it in many ways, and in attempting to voice it in many ways, you'll see that you'll be replicating some of the notes and then expanding the chord itself. Okay, now I have a complete lesson on what I'm talking about. I have treated this as a whole topic on its own, a music empire. So when it's launched, I believe you go and watch it and then you understand it. The topic is chord extension expansion. Yeah, so expansion of chord extensions. Yeah, so when you get there, you understand everything I'm talking about. You can pick one 4-note chord and then generate an 8-note chord out of that 4-note chord. Okay, so it's a whole topic on its own, and by doing that, your play becomes very heavy. Now imagine this is an F major 9th. This is the F major 9th made up of 5 notes. So look at the sound of this, and then look at this. Which one do you prefer? Yeah, so that topic is a music empire. When it's launched, check it out at the keyboard and music theory section. Okay, so yeah, so we can play the drill like this. Then we come to the 4. Then come to the 5. No. Yeah, let's play this chord on the 5. So on my left, I have the F, B, and E. Okay. It's a chord I play on the 5. So, and then on my right, I have a G major chord. Okay, but look
look at how I've played the G major chord. This is the G root chord, and then this is the G second inversion. I've combined it together. Over the left hand, this chord. Okay? Understanding these voicings actually makes your play very rich. Okay, so we have the 3. I go to 4, then 5. So on the 6. Okay, so on my 6, on my left, I have the E, G, A, C. Okay, sometimes you can do this as well, which is the G, B, C, E, and then I have the second inversion of the 6 and the root chord attached to it. Okay, so okay, so 3, 4, then 6. Then another chord that you can play on the 3 is this chord. Okay. You see, these are very advanced chords. So let's take a look at the left hand first. On my left hand, you can clearly see that I'm playing a G major 7, which is. And on my right hand, I'm playing a B minor 7. But let's combine the two chords and let's take a look at the name of the chord. It's what? A G major 9. So what I'm doing, the principle is the same with how I explained how you can get how you can play a 3 with plenty chords. It's the same. A G minor 9, a G major 9. But you see the way I've been able to expand the chord to make it look like this. Now, since I have an extra finger here, I can even take it further, but this one is okay. Okay, so yeah, we have a G major 9 chord. This for 3. So play this chord on the 3. It's a very big chord. Okay, so 4, and then your 3. 5 to the 6, okay, and to the 3 again, which is this. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, so these are some of the changes you can put in there. And what did I do again? So from there, yeah, so going back to the chorus again, which is we have dealt with this place. So at this point, let me show you how I got back into the key of D again. How I went back into the original key again. So I played that part of the song without how do I call it? Without the loop. Okay, I played that part of the song without the loop. So in a freestyle mode. So I was like. So you see, I'm back to my 5 again on the chorus, okay? So I have my 5, 2, 4, and then flat 6, 1, 4 on my right hand. Now this is a very common source chord that we play on the 1, okay? So it's just an E source 4 and then A source 2, okay, over your 1. So it's like on my right hand, I technically have E, A, B, E. over the 1. This is just an octave, okay? So then I did this. Okay, so this over the 2. So on my right, this is a D ninth or a D dominant ninth. So on my right, I just have the, but you see, this is the D chord, and this is a D dominant chord. Okay, but look at how it has been voiced carefully. Sorry, this is a D. So you see, this is a D major chord, D7th, and this is a D ninth. Okay, but see how it has been. See how I've voiced it over here. So I practically took the E and then brought it here. So I practically took this D and then brought it here. Okay, and then I just omitted the 5 and I created this chord. So it's still a D dominant ninth chord. Okay, so yeah. Then I did a funny 7-3-6, which actually took me back to the key of D. So instead of doing the 7-3-6, I decided not to follow the melody this time. Okay, so this one time I decided not to follow the melody. So let's take a look at it again. So let's take a look at it. So this is what I have on the 7. The 7 is just an octave of the 7th note, but on my right I have the G minor 7th, which is an F sharp, A, C sharp, E. Then on my 3, I just have the E and then the D, and then I have an A flat, C, F on my right hand. So now this is a very weird 6 that I wouldn't really encourage you to use it that often. Okay, so I have the 6 on my left hand, and then an E and a G all on my left hand, and I have the F sharp first inversion on my right hand, F sharp chord, the first inversion. So then to the, so let's see. Sorry. So here I read, this is a 6 in the key of C, right? I read it as a 5 in the key of D. So to me, so maybe to you, this might be a 6 in the key of E, but to me, right now, this is how I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it as a 5 in the key of D. And when I look at it that way, or when I picture it that way, I'm able to easily make a transition from one key to another. So if this is my 5, then I came to a 2. So now I'm in the key of D. Taking this as my 5, I came to the 2. Okay? And this is what I have on the 2. You know, we are in the key of D, so E becomes your 2. So on my right hand, I just have the A flat, D, F sharp. So so like, then no, there's something wrong here. Yeah. Sorry. So 2 to the 5. So I'm now doing 2-5 movements. So from the 2, I came to the 5. Okay. So on the 5, I just have the 5 and the 2 on my left hand, and I have the 4 flat 7 2 on my right hand, and then to the 3. So it's like 5, 2, 5 again to the 3 to the 4. Okay, so and on the 3, I have the 3 on my left hand, and I have the 2, 5, 1 on my right hand. Okay, to the 4. So on the 4, I just have the G major 7th chord. Okay, so let's put everything together. From the 7 to the 3 to the 6, all in the key of C. But then I interpreted this 6 to be a 5 in the key of D. So from here, I want to do 2 to the 5, 2 to the 3 to the 4. And then I continue with the melody. So you see, now that's very simple. So let me play everything together from the beginning. Okay, so the key of D, then let's do our movement. Then okay, so see, so so this is the end of this lesson. A lot of course were taught, and I believe you knew some of them. And at the end of the day, I believe you have learned something, especially those. Please share if you have been blessed. Please share this lesson and then subscribe. Make sure you click on the notification bell so that when the next lesson is released, you will quickly get the notice. Okay, so God willing, tomorrow I'll be uploading the beginner's version. Then you can take a look at that one as well. So on this note, I say God bless you and let's meet again.